Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of 3 Outlaws of Thunder Junction draft. We've got Collector's Cage, it's got Hideaway, and then you can put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. Then if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, you can play the Hideaway. This card's good. This just puts +1/+1 counters on creatures you control, and you can do it at instant speed? What? That's really good. That's really good. All right, Free Strider Lookout. Not a bad card either. Lets you get lands when you commit crimes, which is pretty good. Thunder Lasso is also good. Equipment, reasonably costed equipment that taps creatures. Clear Shot is good one-sided removal. Wrangler of the Dam's a great card. Just spits out 2/2. It's got flash, but spits out 2/2 spirits when you're not casting spells, which is nice. Pulverizer is good. I actually like that card. Vial Smasher. Ooh, that was a good one too. But Collector's Cage definitely seems like the pick. All right, Pitiless Carnage, I don't think we need. Let's see what's in white here. We just have an Outlaw Medic, which is not a bad card. 1/3 lifelink, so it blocks reasonably well, maybe trades with something, and then can draw a card. Take for a ride. What is home? This has haste as long as you control a mount. And then when it attacks, look at the top card of your library if it's a land. Okay, extra lands. Tumbleweed Rising, we've got to. Geez, I'm kind of not blown away by any of this. Savage Smash seems like the best card. I could just cut white and take the Medic, because this Collector's Cage, especially with Medic, is very good. It does seem early, but honestly, the best card in this pack is Savage Smash. And it seems a little bit far away from Collector's Cage. Although you can just splash Collector's Cage, can't you? That's true too. I mean, you just have to pay the 1 white and you can do whatever you want. Why don't we just take the best card? It's only pick 2, so we don't need to take an Outlaw Medic pick 2 over a really good removal. All right, Unlicensed Hearse. Exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. And its power and toughness are each equal to the number of cards exiled with it. This one is actually pretty cool. I like that card. I don't think this card's a trap, especially in this format where graveyard stuff matters too. Omenport Vigilante, double strike as long as you've committed a crime. That's not bad. Wanted Griffin, spits out a mercenary. That's good. I might just take the hearse. I think I'm okay with that. It seems fine to me. I actually like this card. Yeah, like I said, I think the Vigilante is pretty good too. In red and green, we just got reach for this guy. Duelist is fine. I actually like Pulverizer, but I'm going to take the hearse. It's colorless. I actually like it. I think it's pretty good. Getting rid of cards out of graveyards can be really nice. High Noon. Okay. I mean, this is actually good in this format against certain decks because the 2 spells a turn thing is pretty brutal. Plus it can hit face, which is not bad. Otherwise, just Highway Robbery, Wanted Griffin, 2 bodies in 1 is always good. Bridal Bighorn's a mount with Vigilance, which is cool too, and spits out 1/1 sheeps. Sheep? At Knife Point. That's a cool one too. So, decent cards here. What is the best one? Is it the High Noon rare? Because I think the fact that... Are we going to want to cast more than 1 spell a turn? Not necessarily. Not if we're in this color scheme. You know what? I'm just going to take this. If it doesn't pan out, it is a rare. I'm kind of interested in it. All right. The Lullaby kills things. Oasis Gardener fixes colors. Blacksnack Buzzard. Not bad. Flyer with plot can be bigger when things die. Counterspell with the Phantom Interference or the Lullaby in white, which I could take. Voracious Varmint, not bad either. Main deckable card that can also blow up artifacts and enchantments. Could just take the Gardener. I mean, I don't love Lullaby. It's certainly playable. It's removal. I'm going to take the Gardener. It lets me splash for High Noon's ability. And I don't know. I think it's a reasonable card. We'll see. I may not even play the High Noon, but maybe I will. All right, Luxurious Locomotive is playable. This town ain't big enough. Lets you bounce stuff. Steer clear. 2 damage to an attacker or blocker. 4 damage if you control a mount. It's kind of cool. Prickly Pear. 2 bodies in 1. And we have some incentive to want to be in red-white. That's true. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Prickly Pear. Thunder Salvo, some removal, full steam ahead. Kind of like a overrun type effect. It's good with mounts. Stagecoach security, rather. It's not bad. That effect's pretty good, and you get a 4/5 out of it, and you can plot it for 4. Yeah, we'll take the security, especially if we end up with a bunch of mercenaries. I could see that being pretty good. Make them all 2/2s. Thoughtseize. Wow. That's pretty cool. Take for a ride. Another chance to get File Smasher. Well, Thoughtseize is, even in limited, is really not a bad card. Turn 1, you see what their hand is, and you could possibly take them off what they're doing. Kind of know what's coming. I don't think it's bad. Could take Wrangler here. Seeing it wheels, kind of a good sign. Pyromancer's kind of whatever. I'm going to take Wrangler. Not casting a spell and getting a 2/2 every turn is actually pretty good. Especially since I don't know what our colors are yet. So, Link Breaker's okay. You end up getting 2 bodies in 1 out of it. We could just take it. It's a cheap card. Sometimes it can maybe trade with something. Otherwise, I could take the Rope Master. I think this is more of a late game format, though, so it's interesting. This taps and then can loot. Looting's not bad. I'm going to take the flyer, I think. Just because I don't think looting's bad. That's not a bad mana sink. And probably the best card I have is either maybe the Wrangler. Like I can take Skullduggery here, get a removal spell. Second to last pick, playable blue spell. Am I blue-white or am I white-black splash blue? I could just cut the black, cut the red, be more blue-white. Saw some pretty late blue stuff. Whenever 1 or more tokens are battlefield under your opponent's control, I actually kind of like this card. I like this, especially if we're making some tokens. Holy Cow is a good flyer. I mean, we're going to need some fixing if we're hoping to make Kambal work. But whenever they make a token, you making a tap copy of it is pretty cool, actually. Even if it only triggers once a turn. You can take their treasures or whatever tokens they're making. Jolene is very good. Holy Cow, like I said, is a flyer. It's pretty nice. I'm just going to go for the rares. I kind of like this card. 3 mana 2/4 is good too. We'll see if we can make the mana work. Might have to prioritize some deserts. Duelist is a great pickup. So maybe I want to be, it could be Esper. Yeah. Humiliate, another discard card. I kind of like the Armored Armadillo too. Decent blocker that can attack for a lot late. Jailwake scheme's not bad. Merchant Haunting can be a 3/3 with flying. It's kind of cool. Let's take the Duelist. I don't know what color I'm splashing yet. It could be white, because then I could cut High Noon. So then I could be playing blue-black. I could see that. This is kind of a cool card. can take their best creature for your worst creature. You can swap in artifacts and enchantments too. It's not bad, especially if you have really weak creatures. We kind of do. I could see doing this. I mean, there's some really strong creatures to steal in this format. Give it a try. Otherwise, the Pixie, return something, and then it's a 1-mana 2/2 flyer. It's pretty cool, actually. It's pretty strong. Medic, another chance to get that. Geyser Drake makes your instants better. Corrupted Conviction's cool if you're stealing their stuff. All right, Outlaw Stitcher. So enters, make a zombie, then put 2+1/+7 counters on that token for each spell you cast this turn other than the first. It's kind of cool, actually. It's really good. I like that a lot. Okay, otherwise a combat trick. Mystical Tether, some removal. Because right now for removal, all we have is a Skullduggery. And maybe a High Noon if I play that. So we're pretty removal light. Mystical Tether would at least allow us to deal with some stuff. But I think the Stitcher is very good. I mean, it's also like a win con kind of card. But I'm going to take... Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the Stitcher. I think it's good enough. Even taking it over removal. All right, Fake Your Own Death. Okay, could take another Gardener. I might actually need the Gardener just to fix for 3 color. If we are in fact playing Esper, which I still kind of want to. Otherwise, primary, I don't know if primary is blue-white or black-blue yet. But I'll take another Gardener for now to get the fixing going. Desperado, so can mill your opponent. Otherwise, Desecrator. Can make treasures off of it. I'm going to take the Desperado. It's a 3-mana 2/4 at worst. And then we definitely have some ways to commit crime here, so I think Desperado could actually mill an opponent out. Shackle Slinger. Okay. This town ain't big enough. This bounces 2 things at instant speed. That is pretty good. Commits a crime too. Stop Cold. So this is another... It's 4 mana, but it's got flash too, which is actually kind of nice. I think I'd rather bounce 2 things. Probably. And there's Lava Spur Boots, but we'll take this town ain't big enough. This is actually really good because it not only can bounce 2 of their dudes, but protect against their removal and bounce their biggest thing. So it's really nice for a lot cheaper. Another Stitcher. Wow, I'm going to do that because this is at least giving us like big beefy dudes to kill our opponent with. And it's each zombie or what? On that token, not each zombie. All right. So if you committed a crime, it can be a 3/4 vigilance. And then we've seen the Fleeting Reflection. Another chance to get Desecrator. I mean, Desecrator is actually not bad. It's another 4-drop, but I kind of like that it can sacrifice in response to removal. Could take the Armadillo here. That's probably fine. Could use some flyers. I don't really need a Lush Oasis, but I'm not going to compete for those. So we have the Duelist of the Mind. We have the Harrier Strix. Could definitely use some more flyers. 2 Stitchers are nice. I do like this card. Jen is good. Another flyer, just what the doctor ordered. Pass the Pyromancer. All right. Pack 3. What's Gisa do? 5 mana, 4/4, ward 2, pay 2 life. So pay 2 mana and 2 life. Skeleton zombies you control get +1/+1 and have menace. Whenever you commit a crime, create. Wow, that's amazing. Well, that's an easy pick. Vaultboard Tyrants in here too. 7 mana, 6/6 trample. An it or another creature with power 4 or greater enters, gain 3 life, draw a card. When it dies, if it's not a token, create a token copy of it. Wow, that card's amazing. Hollow Marauder is amazing. Intimidation Campaign would be great in this deck. But obviously we have to take Gisa, but hoping to wheel something here. It's just so many good things. Even Seize the Secrets is pretty awesome in here. Escape Shift, huh? Wow. Another round. So this just kind of lets you get into the battlefield effects again. Ruthless Lawbringer is really good. I feel no fixing is pretty problematic. Well, it's not true. We have the 2 Gardeners, but Lawbringer is pretty amazing. We can sack like Link Breaker, just small creatures. Good removal. Raven's not bad, actually. Silver Deputy would be good on the wheel. Could actually use it for fixing at this point. Another chance to get the Nurturing Pixie. Wait, where's the Helm do? If you create 1 or more artifact tokens, create those tokens plus an additional map. Create a token that's a cop. Wait, you just get to permanently create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control? Wow. And you get a map on top of it. So we can copy Unlicensed Hearse. We can copy the Gardener. Oh wait, create a token that's a copy of target artifact token you control. I see. So I don't know if we have a lot of tokens for that. What's this dude do? 3 mana, 1/1. Look at the top card. Yeah. This one's great. You can plot non-land cards in the top of your library. It's really good. Rakdos joins up. We're not going to do that. Wingsmith lets you give it flying. The Nimble Brigand. So it can't be blocked if you committed a crime. That's going to be really good. This blows up artifacts or creatures and they get a Nox, but it still deals with big threats. And then there's another chance to get Humiliate. And Desperate Bloodseeker does some milling and sees the secrets in here. A lot of on-color stuff that's good. Could see taking the Nimble Brigand. I think we're ditching High Noon. And we're probably just splashing white anyway. Yeah, I think we can make that work. Prosperity Tycoon, you get a Mercenary. You can sack tokens and give it indestructible. Okay. Or Ambush Gigapede. Something at the top end can be a kill spell. Assuming Ash is in here too, but I like that this can also attack your opponent for a lot. This bounces. We don't have deserts though, or any that I would play currently. Another chance to get Phantom Interference. I'm going to take the Gigapede. We don't have that much top end, so. Could take the Buzzard. It's a flyer. It's an okay card. You can plot it for 2. More flyers are going to be good. I think I like it more than the Wingsmith and Harrier Strix, probably. Really don't need the Armadillo. Don't necessarily have to play the Stagecoach Security. And then I'm just playing 3 white cards. It's probably fine. So I can do the Loan Shark. It plots for a pretty reasonable cost too. And then plan the Heist. If you have no cards in hand, draw 3. And you get to Surveil 3. It's pretty cool actually. But I'm going to take the Loan Shark. We have a lot of creatures, admittedly. But we still ended up with some pretty decent removal, I think. Do we even have skeletons and zombies? No, but it makes its own army, so it's so strong. Mourner's Surprise. Yeah, I mean, getting Gisa back alone is going to be pretty important, I think, so we'll do that. Gives us something to trade with Shifting Grift. So I can take another Link Breaker, or I can take the Seize the Secrets now. I think I like the Seize the Secrets because we have a lot of ways to commit crimes. All right, we got the Deputy back, which is pretty great because we're going to play it. It's going to help fix. I think I'm going to take another flyer here. Getting a 2/2 flyer is nice. Rope Master versus Bloodseeker. Maybe just get the Bloodseeker for the lifelink early, especially in best of 3. That gives hexproof too, right? It's at least a good sideboard card. So we have a lot of pretty good cards here, actually. Not what I thought we were going to end up playing. Oh, I guess we're splashing white for that too. So really, oh yeah, we're probably not splashing for the Pixie though, are we? No. We don't need the Oasis. So with 3 planes, we still have 2 Gardeners and a Deputy, so that's probably fine. 6 ways to get white. We still have to make 7 cuts, and we have 21 creatures, so we can cut a lot of creatures. I don't know if we need the Desecrator. I'm okay cutting that one. The Gen is, I want to keep all my flyers. I want to keep that bounce. This actually makes 3/3 zombies, right? Wow. And they have Menace. That's so good. It's so dirty. I still want to keep the Nimble Brigand. Kind of want to keep Deep Muck Desperado. I want to keep my flyers. Removal. I'm going to cut Link Breaker. I could cut the Strix. So Interference is at least a counterspell at worst on turn 2. And then potentially makes a creature with flying late. I think I'm going to cut the Strix. I like looting. I think it's good, but I think we can do better. Still could potentially cut 3 creatures, but I want to keep my kind of decent flyers. Could cut the Skullduggery. Where does that leave me for removal? Yeah, this lets us swap like Deputy or Mercenaries. I think that's going to be good. Could cut the Desperado. Milling our opponent out is good with, I guess, like Hearst too. But I don't think I need it. And that way, removal-wise, I still have a Lawbringer, Skullduggery. Sort of this town ain't big enough. Counterspell, swap. So it probably makes sense to cut some creatures. I still kind of like the Buzzard. I want to stay busy early too. I want to keep all my flyers. I don't want to cut Lone Shark. Don't really want to cut Nimble Brigand. Kind of don't want to cut Gigapede either. I feel like it's just good to have some top end. I might cut Skullduggery. I like it. It commits a crime. It can be quite good, but I think I'm going to cut it. It's at least a good sideboard option. Bloodseeker is kind of cool with Hearst, but it's just got lifelink. I could see maybe cutting that because I'm obviously not cutting Duelist in the Mind. It's good with Collector's Cage too, but I might cut it. And then only have to cut 1 more card, and it can definitely be a creature. So weakest creature in the deck. I mean, it's probably a Silver Deputy, but I need it for the fixing, so I'm going to keep that. And otherwise, weakest creature, I don't know, it might be like a Jin or Gigapede, but I want to keep my flyers going. What's a non-flyer I can cut here? Yeah, getting a card off Loan Shark's too good to pass up on, I think. Gigapede I still think is going to be good enough even with the double black. Yeah, final cut. Could cut the Mourner's Surprise, but getting Giza back's too important. Like this card just wins the game so easily. think Hearse is just good against certain opponents, which makes me kind of like it. But I could see the argument for cutting it. It's just certain decks where I think it's really going to shine. Decks that utilize their graveyard. I think it's a decent enough reason to cut it. Because I think we're doing other things that are probably better, so we don't have to. Okay, well, Gisa really made this deck, so we'll see if we can take advantage of her. And he's good too. I mean, obviously. It's pretty cool. Play cards from the top of your library. All right. And then, wait, they added another plains? I don't think I want to do that. Probably add another swamp because we have double black. Couple double black. Yeah, this looks fine to me, actually. I think we can make this work. All right. We'll run it like this and see you round one. All right, round one. Play first. This looks good. Got all of our colors. We got a turn 3 Collector's Cage, buffing our deputy. So, definitely a good start. Get our white mana. Then we get to Hideaway and buff. So, Hideaway the Stitcher. And then next turn we can plot the Loan Shark. Wolverine. Cool. All right, well, it's only until end of turn, so thankfully they can't play that for free. Oof, that's so good. So we'll do Gisa plus Loan Shark. All right, then we pass, and then we can leave up. This town ain't big enough to kind of potentially protect Gisa, which is cool. All right, well, they needed it there. They had it. We still have a means to get Gisa back. We're going to take 5 here. All right. Oh, Griff, too. That's nice. So we can even trade the deputy for the beaver. That's pretty cool. But we want to do this Collector's Cage too. So really what we should do is swamp, do the duelist, and then we'll use Collector's Cage and pump the shark. So we have 3 different powered creatures. Yeah. Get the 4/4. And then I can pump shark, get him for 5. And then I have this town ain't big enough up too, in case they have more fight spells or whatever. So we'll double block here. Because we have this town ain't big enough, so we're fine. All right. So I guess we bounce Stitcher and Beaver. And we'll loot. And I still want to keep the Griff, so I guess I'll ditch Seas. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. So we can do Collector's Cage. That's good. I'm just trying to maximize here. So let's pump him. And then I guess we can just kill them. All right. So red, green, and some black in there too. Multiple fight spells. The giant beaver is good. All right, so they've got some mid-range fatty stuff. We're I think we're okay. I think the plan is still sound. Phantom Interference actually looks good if they have some, expensive mid-rangey stuff like that. And then Thoughtseize should be good too. Take their strongest card and deal with whatever we can deal with. Stitcher looked great that game. Collector's Cage was amazing. So, yeah, I think we can run it back. Flyers still look good. We can keep this. Question is, do you wait on Thoughtseize until you have the Nimble Brigand? I think there's a reasonable question there. The reason to do it on turn 1 is you can kind of throw off their turn order, though, which is nice. Because otherwise, Brigand... But, I don't want to wait until turn 4 to do it. I'm just going to do it now and see what we got. So they got a Sentry and a Quill Charger. So we'll let them keep the Sentry, and we'll just get rid of the Charger. And that seems fine to me. Like, they get to play a 3/3 here, but I'd rather them have that based on their hand, too. And actually, Wrangler's looking good, even if I don't draw anything. That one's a good one. All right, we'll do the Brigand. Get him for 1. Okay, good rip there actually. So we'll do the Jin first. I guess I can attack first. So this can be flashed out. So even if I rip lands now, at least I've got some reward for it, making 2/2s. All right, Jin comes down. Okay. All right, Gardener, not optimal draw, but that's okay. So we'll get in with flyers here. And then at the end of their turn, we'll do the Wrangler. Just looking for action. All right, looks like they're using their fight spell here. So we'll play a land and say go. All right, I think we'll take 7. All right, Gigapede's a good draw. So we have 8 mana, so can't do both, but that's okay. We'll get in with our... Oh, I guess... Yeah, I can do it like this, huh? And we want to draw the extra card. Okay, so I'm gonna commit the crime. So after we attack here, and then I'll do Gigapede, kill, I guess kill the peddler. It's not optimal, but it'll work. Did that count as committing a crime? I'm kind of confused. No crime committed. Two creatures in there right now. So, forces me to block his two biggest guys to not die. Oh, that one's got trample. Oh, then I guess we might as well block there. Oh, it does it to both his creatures? Or you can choose different creatures. Oh, I see. I get it now. It had trample, though, so I wasn't going to be able to do anything anyway. All right, let's go to the next game here. And let's see. Admittedly, looter would be good when you're getting flooded. True. But what would I want to cut for that? I mean, maybe in this deck it's better than Duels to the Mind. You can loot, but only when you commit a crime. And most of the time it's 1 power anyway. That's probably true. But is that the card I want to cut? Like, maybe I'd just rather do Strix than the Buzzard, maybe. Just as like a little extra flood mitigation. Yeah, that might actually be a good idea. We'll play first. Yeah, this looks good. So Gardener into Lone Shark, plot into Kumball. All right. Oh, we got our white mana anyway. Well, that worked out. So we'll just plot this and get him for 2. Then we can go Kumball, Lone Shark. Thankfully, we found our white mana, so could have been worse. All right, so we'll go land, Kumball, Lone Shark. All right, Stitcher. We can plot that. That's cool. So we can do this plus Seize the Secrets, or I think best use of mana we do that. So we probably seize first. Although, no, I guess you actually want to do this first, don't you? And then we'll do C's. Yeah, that's fine. All right. So we have the Lawbringer, and we can sack something. So if I double block it, and they have a trick, we're in pretty bad shape, but I think I'm going to risk it. Yeah, that's fine with me. We didn't need Gumball there, so. And now they don't even have a 4-power creature, so that actually worked out well. All right, so with this, we have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So still just a little bit shy of doing that, but that's not a huge deal because we can just plot this and leave up this town ain't big enough if need be. Otherwise, next turn we can go 4, 5, get a huge Stitcher. So that's pretty nice. Really, I think what we want to do is probably Strix, Lawbringer, Stitcher. This town ain't big enough. Get Stitcher back. And then we can get another zombie. So I'm actually gonna protect here. And I guess we'll bounce the Wolverine, because now if they replay it, like they get an extra spell if they replay it next turn, but if they replay it now, they probably can't utilize it very effectively. So I think that's okay. And this actually works out fine for us too. Oh yeah, you can plot it though, huh? Well, I guess I could have bounced the Peddler, but then they still get a Rummage, so I don't know. I don't know what was better. I'm going to save this Lawbringers. That is all I know. So this will be our second spell, and then we'll do the Stitcher. So we'll go land, Strix. I probably should have maybe sandbagged that land, but okay. Well, we can sandbag the land now. And we still can loot, so that actually works nicely. I don't mind Thoughtseizing here. We're a little bit low on life, but I want to see what we're dealing with. Wow. So they can get their Paladin back. I think we got to get rid of Routstein then. They had 2 good cards though. We can do Deputy and do Lawbringer and still deal with their 4/3, so I'll probably do that. And sack the, I might actually sack the, yeah, probably sack the Deputy over the Stitcher. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fine. We'll blow up the Charger. Then we'll get in for 6. Yeah, Well, they're going to have the 4/4/2. So they play that and they're going to be able to attack with Sentry. Guess we just get in for 6 then. Oh, and I should have gotten in with the Strix. My mistake. Alright, so we'll loot. Loot. And can stay back or just get in with the Strix here. Yeah, I should have been running the Strix instead of the Buzzard, I think. Buzzard ends up being more damage, but Strix's card quality, I think, is just too important for this deck. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, getting that back right now is pretty incredible, so we'll do that. Wow. Well, I suppose we can just loot, because I'm not going to be able to play it off the top anyway. I guess I can do it. I can plot it. Yeah. I can plot it upkeep next turn. I don't know if that really does any good, so I'll probably just rummage for it. Or loot it, I should say. So 8 mana, so I can do Wrangler. Get more flyers going. Leave up Gigapede. I like that. And we can actually get rid of the land off the top. We don't need it. Oh, there's Gisa. Nice. All right. So we can do Shifting Grift. We can get the Beaver from them if we really want. Give them like... I mean, I want to take their flyer, or take a flyer from them, but... I kind of don't need any of this. I think we'll just make the flyer army. Oh, I guess I can plot. I could have plotted Grift off the top. That's true. But now I guess I can leave up Gigapede. Actually, I don't know how paying its mana cost. I don't know. Can you spree off of plot though? I don't know. So I'm gonna flash out. See if they let me hit it. I can use, you know, the protection, whatever. Sure. Yeah, we can plot that off the top. Oh, I forgot to use my mercenary. Whoops. So we'll just plot this. And I guess we do have lethal next turn, regardless of the fact that I didn't use the mercenary, so that's cool. All right. Well, took advantage of some rares and got the match. We'll see you for the next one. So I'm just going to swap out the Buzzard for the Harrier Strix. That Strix won us the game there, so I think we need it. I'm going to keep this. I mean, we've got Geese in hand. It's the best card in our deck. We have Kimball, found our blue mana, so that's cool. I don't know what to start with. I guess blue. Because we need double for this fella. Alright, well, 1 mana, 1/1's fine. Now I'll play a black mana. Still need another black for Gisa. Only 1 spell a turn, huh? Okay. Fair enough. So I can actually do the... Can't do the Brigand here. Brigand kind of can be scary to go up against too, so I like that. Only 1 spell a turn. I'm going to have to remember that. Sure. So I can do him. Gets me closer to that swamp. I'm okay with that, actually. Seize the secrets. Okay. I need another creature to sack, because I don't want to sack this to Lawbringer. Well, that's okay, I guess. Because now at least I can use Lawbringer. So we can plot this. And then I can do seize. All right, found our black mana. So that's good. I guess they can use High Noon to kill Gisa, but they have to pay 7 for that. I can plot Gigapede too. I might just do that for the value, honestly. I'm not in a rush here. I'm in fine shape, so why am I... Like, this is the way to do it. Just keep getting free spells. Make them use High Noon. That's not that impressive. Alright, so now they have a land on top. Let's see. So we'll play a land. Guess we can do Wrangler. Oh wow. So we'll plot that. Plot. Cheaper plot. Might as well play a land. Then we'll pass. Oh, okay. So now we can just spell dump here. It's going to kill him, but now we can just dish out damage to him. So let's just jam Gigapede now. Sorcery speed. Kill the Pixie. I guess we can loot. Dump land. And then we can go... Oh, even though High Noon was gone? That was weird. Oh, the other two were just plotted. That actually makes sense. Okay, so we'll do the cage. Hideaway. And how many cards do we have left in our deck? Oh, we're fine. Yeah, we'll do the Strix. And then we can do the Djinn. Use the cage. Pump here. Play that. Tap this. Commit a crime. Loot. Discard. Oh, I guess I should have had Gisa out there, huh? I don't even need to necessarily show Gisa now, though. I guess I can still do the Stitcher. Just get a monster creature here. 3, 5, 7. So 8. Yeah, we'll do Stitcher. Oh, wait. Dukem Ball. Then do Stitcher. Yeah, this seems the best. All right. So we got game 1. Definitely just out card advantaged them. But they're doing kind of a weird deck too. I mean, Prio was good. High Noon kind of, I feel like, ended up biting them more than us. It just let us sit back and plot all day. So that was fine. And they weren't able to beat us up whatsoever. So I think we'll just hang out. They probably just didn't see creatures they needed, but we'll still run it back. I like the way it is. Oh, yeah, we can keep this. We keep this. All right. Hmm. 2-mana 3/2 is pretty good. Hmm. Kind of needed a land there, so guess we'll dump probably the Jin, I guess. One of our 5 drops. All right, well, now if I draw blue land, I can at least Shifting Grift. Oh wait, no, I guess I can't. That's 4 mana. Well, I guess I can do this town ain't big enough and at least set them back on commando a little bit. All right, so now we have to hang out, but this can potentially be okay for us, I think. Oh, okay. Well, it's not ideal, but actually, I guess we die even with this, don't we? Yeah. Because if I block, I'm going to take the trample damage. So I could like bounce the commando and bounce the Strix, but then it takes 7. All right, we'll go to the next one. I don't want to show them that. I can't remember if I showed it in game 1. Yeah, I still feel fine where we're at, honestly. I think our deck is good. I think we can beat our opponent. They had a good jump, though, there. Threw some creatures out pretty quick. Yeah, we'll keep this. So this into plotting Loan Shark or whatever's off the top, I guess. I probably would have waited a turn on the Pixie. Would have been way better. Alright, Lawbringer's not bad. I just don't have the mana for it right now, but that's okay. So, I've got a couple options. Probably plot the Shark and then do... Well, that's a little tougher, isn't it? I can plot the Jin then. And then I can do Jin into Stitcher. That's pretty good. Pretty good army. I wouldn't mind if they used removal on this dude. Honestly, it wouldn't bug me because we're still gonna stay busy. Alright. And they didn't do anything, which is nice, so Sees the Secrets, we can plot that, but I think I would prefer to... Well, actually, no, it makes sense to plot that, doesn't it? It's not the best use of mana. However, it lets me plot off the top, which is nice. Might still make more sense to plot the flyer. Yeah, I think it does. So we'll plot this. Get him for 1. And that way next turn we can go Jin, Stitcher, or Jin, Shark maybe is even better. Let's get the card draw. Alright. Not the end of the world. I use a lot of mana for that. It's actually okay. I still own my white mana though. Alright, so we'll go Jin plus Shark. I'm gonna get my extra card. Hopefully find land. Didn't find land, but that's alright. So Strix actually makes Sees the Secrets cheaper, so that's good synergy. Oh, that's totally fine. That's great. He wants us to... I just want to sit back too, so that's just fine with me. Let's do Strix first. Tap Pixie. Make the Sees the Secrets cheaper. So then we'll Seize the Secrets. No white mana yet. But actually we're just hanging out. That's right. Yeah. No rush to get rid of Pariah whatsoever. We need to find our white mana anyway, so totally fine. Can always sack the Jin to Lawbringer too, which is nice. So, I guess we can just plot this and pass. It's not ideal, but I mean, Red Rock Sentinel's going to get lands for them, but it does come at the cost of some lands, whereas Strix is just going to loot for us. So we don't lose our mana base, but we don't permanently draw cards either. So I don't know which one's better. I feel like looting is probably better. Keeping your lands long term. Especially based on this hand. So I can loot twice. Other options. Yeah, I can get him back with Mortar Surprise. Let's do that. That's way better. Because, yeah, this is great. And then we can cast this. And then we can do the Stitcher. Yeah, let's just pass. So, I don't know if they have maybe a board wipe they're building towards. I guess that's possible, but I'm not going to play around it. I mean, we don't even have our white mana yet, so we've got some work to do first. Oh, Gisa, but can't play it. Jeez. Shockingly, can't play much. All right, there's our white mana. So obviously we're keeping Gisa. Guess we can ditch Nimble Brigand. I don't really want to lose any of these cards though. I can loot and get the planes now, but I suppose I don't really need to. All right. So now we can do this. Leave up Wrangler. So we have 7 mana. So I don't have enough to loot plus 2 Wrangler, so we'll just wait then. Start making an army. All right. So we can loot Ditch Island. And I can play Gisa rather. There's not a ton of reasons to do that. So I think we'll just do this, plot this, and hang out, start spitting out some 2/2s. I mean, we're getting way more card advantage than our opponent, so I'm totally fine with this. Just got a grip full of goodies. All right, so we can loot. Ditch white mana. And we can plot this. And I don't think we want to plot that. So now we'll just keep chilling, make another 2/2. So even if they have a board wipe, I mean, we've got just a grip full of stuff here. Oh, so we can plot that. We've seen almost twice as many cards as our opponent. Just between plotting and we're spitting out 2/2s. I mean, our army is going to be lethal very soon. So, plot that. 10 cards left. I think we'll just play land and say go. And then at the end of their turn, I'm going to Gigapede the Nurturing Pixie. I want to have lethal in one swing. I'm trying to see if that's possible. I think it is, though. Just with using Lawbringer to sack the Fool to kill the Sentinel, we'll certainly have 20 damage on board. I think so, at least. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, plus the 6 from Gigapede. Yeah, it's more than enough. Okay, so they did have the board wipe. They still lose their thing. And now we can still be in pretty awesome shape, I would say. Yeah, so we'll go... what all do we want to do this turn? Ball. And Gardener, Deputy, and Duelist. And we can do Gisa plus Stitcher too. I want to commit the crime in one turn, though, in case they have removal for Gisa. So I think I'm just going to do Stitcher now. And then we'll pass. And that way, I can grift whatever huge rare they play. With Gisa out. To get multiple tokens. Take their flyer, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right, so we'll go Gisa. They don't have any enchantments I care about, right? No. So let's pump the Kumbal. No. I guess just a flyer. And then we'll grift Deputy and steal their supplier. And we still have this town big enough and Lawbringer to deal with. Anything we can't deal with. It's pretty crazy they could get that much value off Final Showdown. And we're still just super far ahead. All right, we'll see for match 3. Okay, we'll play first. Yeah, I'll keep that. This can commit a crime, so I was going to say, is there a reason not to cast it on turn 1? But I still think you'd cast it on turn 1. Just because a little flying attacker, it's worth it. Plus, I guess it does turn on. This town ain't big enough. Oh. I guess I could have lived that one game because I could have just targeted a land I control, huh? Oh no, non-land permanents. Never mind. Never mind. Reading the card explains the card. Let's do some hideaway here. So, bring in. I'll pump Strix. Get in for 2. Guess I could save the Lawbringer, but the reason I don't want to save the Lawbringer is because I can get it back if I need it. It puts another creature on board that I can pump with Cage. It already is a different power. Sure. I mean, I guess I can't do it now, but I still think it's okay. I mean, I could have just kept pumping Strix, but I was just like a blue mana away from this getting turned on, so I figured that was better. That's pretty cool. Alright, that's good. It's got Death Touch though, huh? I think I might just bounce both their dudes. Card's great though. For 1 mana. Oh wait, now I can't do it. Oh, whoops. Alright. Well. Yeah. Well, this actually might work out. Like, it can hit me with Tiny Bones, cast Lawbringer, sack Bandit, target Strix, and then I can actually bounce Strix and my own Lawbringer. It's kind of good, actually. Commando, sure. So I can do Strix, commit a crime. Guess I can get rid of Tiny Bones. non-land permanents, so they can't even get this town ain't big enough from us yet. That's important to note. Kind of want to draw land here. Yeah, that's cool. So I can do Lawbringer. I mean, Lawbringer can bust something pretty big here, though. Let's just wait. I feel like I'm not in a rush here. We've got a lot of card advantage going on right now. They don't have anything to get back with Tiny Bones right now. At least from our yard. Tiny Bones is pretty sweet, though. Can steal their 5/5, which is also good. So 6 mana. I mean, stealing their Tiny Bones would also be pretty good. So we have enough to do the Gigapede now and block the Commando. That is pretty good. Kind of like what that does to the board here. Another option. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Good enough for now. All right. Could be worse. Okay. So now, let's see here. 6 mana still. So we can't do it unless we can activate Cage. So might be a good opportunity to just do the Grift now. Other options are attack for 2, Lawbringer. Yeah. Attack for 2, Lawbringer, sack Strix, play this dude. Kind of want to kill them with the flyer, though. They only have 1 card left in hand. Alright, let's... Well, then the Strix... Alright, let's just get in with Strix. And then we'll go... this dude. And Lawbringer. And I'm going to sack Strix and blow up Commando. All right, we'll take 6. Okay. So I can't really afford to plot, but we can do shifting Griff now too. So if I can't do anything else this turn, well, this is not likely to hit anymore, is it? Probably not. So let's just plot this. and then Shifting Grift. Actually, that's not bad. Yeah, I can do Gardener now, and then pump this dude. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Oh, wait. I forgot again. What am I doing? I'm costing myself the game for no reason. Yeah, I forgot that it plotted. Well, guess I can steal that instead, which is nice. So let's go land, Gardener, gain 2. Gets weaker for each card in your hand. It's not going to be great. But I can get Gigapede too at some point with the surprise. That's true. All right, so we'll just, I need something to grift though is the problem. All right, so I do Kumbal. Oh, I can get the Mercenary too. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Yeah. Surprise. And get back probably Gigapede. Get the Mercenary, drain them, and then we grift, and we'll swap our Mercenary for the Flyer. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, no problem. Still okay. All right. Well, I made it difficult on myself, but somehow we got lucky. So they're multiple Gigapede deck. Tiny Bones is great. They have a good looking deck too. I mean, we can outvalue them in the long run, but we have to survive that long. Oh, let's see. Well, I think we should keep a safer hand. This one definitely do. And then I think we'll ditch probably Mourner Surprise, even though I like it. Just because Grift can steal something big. Gardener can fix our mana. To cast Grift. I'm going to play the white just in case I draw black for turn 3 Kumbal, although I would still do turn 3 Gardener, probably. Terror, huh? All right, let's do the Gardener. So if I can burn through my hand, I can Grift and steal their Terror. That's pretty good. Thoughtseize. Well, I do have the mana for that technically, don't I? So we can do a couple things here. We can get black mana on top with the Deputy. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that, but I could do Deputy plus Kimball this turn. Thoughtseize feeds Terror, so I don't love that. But Deputy is a better trade target for when Terror gets big. That's actually true. And it burns more cards out of my hand. Let's do it. Let's do it that way. I'm gonna get the black mana just in case the Gardener dies. And then we'll do Kumbal. Yeah, because then next turn can set up for a big theft of terror. Nice. Well, not leaving us a ton of turns to do it now. And they have reach as well to keep in mind, but that's okay. So we can thought seize them and then steal the terrors, trade it for the deputy, and it'll still be up 5-5. All right, I'm okay with that. Cactarantula is a really good one too. But I think I'm getting rid of Fake Your Own Death. Unfortunately, it'll stay tapped there though. Probably just means I have to jump. But I guess the sure shot can give it haste too. That's pretty tough. All right. So we'll just block. Oh, it's got trample too? Oh yeah, it just gives them all trample, doesn't it? That's tricky. Yeah, I guess I had to take Cactarantula, didn't I? Yeah, I did. So 3, 8, and block here, yeah. No, we're not getting out of this one. All right, so we'll go to game 3. Yeah, it's pretty sloppy. We'll figure it out though. What do I want to do differently? Fleeting Reflections, I don't know if it's that good. It's okay. Protects me against some stuff, but not enough where I think I want to bring it in. I think we'll just run it back. We might need to steal the uncommon guy that gives all the dudes haste, because that's obviously a big problem. I think we can actually keep this just because of Gardener. Well, unfortunately, this puts a big, big target on Gardener. Oh, they have a fight spell too. Oh, all right. Well, it looked good, but okay. So probably want to do Gardener plus Loan Shark. See what we draw. Oh, that's good. Can't use it yet, but I'm gonna get to ideally get a free card off of it eventually. with Collector's Cage next turn, so I'm gonna have access to 3, 6, 7 mana, so I can play this, use it, get the Hideaway. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. And I just need the white for that. So I can get a free Hideaway if I don't let anything die this turn. So let's just block here. Take 5. Alright. The Lawbringer's a great draw. So let's do... I can use the cage in response to... But the problem is I actually need the white mana right now. So I don't really want to sack the Gardener. And I definitely don't want to sack the Loan Shark. So let's do cage. Gigapede, good one to get. Especially since, yeah, that's huge. So now we can do Brigand. And then we can use cage. We can do cage at instant speed too, though, which is probably even better. Problem is if they have removal for one of our guys, then the whole plan falls apart. I'm just going to play it safe and kill the bandit. I think it's the wisest thing to do. Just gets them off mana this turn too, so offers them no protection. I think this is good. Now cage can maybe build up a little bit here. They're only at 3 mana, so I mean, it means they have a grip full of spells, but I'm okay with it. They're really going for it, huh? All right. So Nimble Brigand can do some work for us too. I mean, I don't really want to do the Lawbringer because I feel like I have to sack the Gardener because I need to draw cards here. But that setting me off Wrangler is not great either. But I don't want their dudes to have haste as well. But I probably need to be able to cast both of these, so... Dang. Yeah, not having that white mana is suboptimal right now. I can't really afford to wait, I feel like, on that, though, unfortunately. So let's just do it. Sack the Gardener. Pay the word. And we committed the crime, so we can draw a card as well. Let's draw the card first. I mean, we would have been able to do it anyway, but that's okay. Stitcher's looking a little less exciting, isn't it? That's okay. So we're off white mana now because of the Lawbringer play, but now their 4-power guys don't have trample and haste, which is helpful at the moment. All right. Oh, that was such a good draw. Could see plotting this first and just taking a hit. I think I will. And the reason is because I can't quite commit a crime with Gisa yet. I want to get her down, but I want to be a little patient with it too. So I have some more bodies on the board. Oof. Yeah, that's suboptimal. Well, buys me a little time. We have 7 mana too. That is nice. It's a duelist. Gisa. Stitcher. Guess I'm gonna block. Forgot it's got trample too. Yeah, land's not quite what we wanted, unfortunately. Well, tough one. Tough one. Yeah, I feel like I have to attack, unfortunately. I don't want to, but I don't have any action here, and I need to draw an answer, so yeah, and they know that too, so it looks like it's GG's, unfortunately. Liked our deck a lot. Got real sloppy at the end, but I don't know what to say. I record these drafts. It's like 2:41 in the morning now. My brain is so fried. I feel like my times to record these, I get sloppy at the end. I'm too exhausted to make optimal decisions the whole draft. But I think our deck was really good, and I do think we could have beat the opponent. Probably not that game, I guess, but I think the deck certainly had enough powerhouse stuff to do it. All right, let's do some pack one, pick ones here. All right. Pack one, pick one. Yeah, I think Avarice is probably worth it. I really like the card. Fling is really good too. But this potentially can kill your opponent and get you whatever you want. Plus, I mean, how much is that? 5 mana? Whatever card you want and then draw 3, lose 3. I think it's worth it. That's a powerful effect. It is a lot of mana, I guess, 5 and losing 3 life, but I would say worth it. Lila's cool if you take it early and really build around it. Get some extra spells. Otherwise, yeah, Terminal Agony's playable, so is Desert Stew. As removals. Nobody apparently likes blue-red, so maybe you can end up wheeling Lila, but if I'm going to take a gold card here, I'll just take Lila. 3 mana, 3/3 or prowess, rather, is still very good. And then add to it, that ability is pretty useful. All right, here, probably just this Armadillo, which is really good. Yeah, it's really good. I'd take it over removal. I mean, reach, ward 3, and it also doubles the land with life gain if you need it. 7/7, just incredible, uncommon. All right, hell to pay. X damage to our creature. Create a number of tap treasure tokens equal the amount of excess damage dealt to a creature this way. Oh, that's cool. Can make a bunch of treasures. Rambling Possum gets bigger and you can return dudes. Essence Capture's just counterspell. I could see taking hell to pay. It's good enough removal. This Get Drag Ravenous Ride is pretty sweet. 5 mana, 6/5 trample haste with more upside on top of that. Really strong card. Void Slime is cool. Basically just counterspell unlimited, I feel like, most of the time. Blood Hustler's good. Stable Master's good. I'm just going to take Gitrog, clearly. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.